Good afternoon, everyone present here. The PG Department of Corporate Secretary associated with Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC of Dantaraj Bain Jain College organized professional enrichment for the faculty and development program on strategic management practice for the NAAC creation. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all head, associate, and assistant professor, faculty, research scholar from various college and educational institutions all over India. Today is the day 2 of faculty development program under the criteria 2 of NAAC topic of teaching, learning, and evaluating by our remarkable resources person, Dr. P.V. Kumaraguru, Associate Professor and the Controller of Examination, Guru Nanak College, Chennai. He has a professional teaching experience for the 2 decades of excellence, and his academic engagements are the member of Board of Studies of Autonomous College, external members of Academic Audit Meeting, Academic Audit Committee of Autonomous College, Inspections Committee members, University of Madras, Chennai, doctoral committee members for the candidate pursuing PhD, external examiner for conducting PhD viva-wise examination, and is held in Guru Nanak College are HOD, MCA from 2008 to 2018, Deputy Directors 2015 to 2018, Dean IT 2019 to 2020, COU from 2020 to the date, and his academic contribution book authored 2, number of patents 2, ample guidance 84, number of paper presentations 20, number of publications 18. Our research person for the today has enormous achievements. Apart from his achievements, he is the best person of all time. He would love to have you, sir, today. Now it's over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for this opportunity given to share my thoughts, my uh, knowledge with regard to the NAAC. Today, we would like to start with criteria 2. I'd like to start with small briefings about what this NAAC is. Actually, NAAC, it is a government organization and it is an autonomous body funded by the UGC, and headquarters is available at Bangalore. It has been established in the year 1994, and the purpose of NAAC is to assess the quality status of the institutions across India. NAAC evaluates the institution for its confirmation to the standards of quality in terms of performance related to the educational process, outcomes, curriculum coverage, teaching learning process of faculties, research, infrastructure, learning resources, organization, governance, financial well-being, and the student services. Just a minute. Full screen. Is my PPT I'm shared to, is it available to you? Is my PPT is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So it is the purpose of NAAC, and today we would like to discuss about the crux of criteria 2. NAAC emphasizes on student-centric approach rather than a teacher-centric approach. two things, teacher-centric and student-centric. In a teacher-centric approach, knowledge is transformed from the professor to the students. But in the student-centric approach, student construct the knowledge through gathering and synthesizing information and integrating with the general skills, communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and so on. If you look into again another point in the teacher-centric approach is student possibly they have passively they used to receive information from the professor, but in the case of student-centric approach, students are actively involved in the conversation or in the learning process. In a teacher-centric approach, teacher used to give only the information and facts, and in student-centric approach, student used to connect with the real life context. Professor, in a teacher-centric approach, professor is a primary information source, and he is a primary evaluator of the assessment of a performance of his students. But in a student-centric approach, professor role is to coach and facilitate, and both will evaluate the learning together. So ultimately, the NAAC would like to improve the quality of education in India, because you might have known that globally, Indian institutions are not able to get at least a top 100 or 200 places. Very few institutions of India are able to get a place in that. These are all the 7 criteria. The first is called as a criteria 1 is a curriculum aspect, and criteria 2 is teaching, learning, and evaluation. Criteria 3 is research, innovation, and extension. Criteria 4 is infrastructure and learning resources. Criteria 5 is student support and progression. Criteria 6 is governance, leadership, and management. Criteria 7 is called as a institutional values and best practices. Today we would like to discuss about the criteria 2 called as a teaching, learning, and evaluation. You might have noted all the criteria, 7 criteria has been listed, and what are the weightages and what are the matrices, out of which you might have noticed that the total weightage is 1000, and total matrices or 56 matrices it has been evaluated. You might have noticed here 2 things called as a QLM and QNM. It is called as a qualitative assessment. It is called as a quantitative assessment. In the quantitative assessment through SSR, we should have to submit the numerical values, and automatically before submitting the SSR, you might have known your score. How did you, how much you select, that score will be known through this QNM. QLM is it is a descriptive type of text type of thing. Data should be submitted. Peer team commission, peer team will evaluate these values called as a QLM values will be evaluated by the peer team. So these are all the KPIs of criteria 2, in which 2.1 is called as a student enrollment and profile. It has a weightage of around 40 out of the 350. This 350. These are all the 350 score for weightage. And one thing you should be note here. The thing is, out of all 7 criteria, the second criteria, the weightage is 350 is the highest weightage, is given only for teaching, learning, and evaluation. Any institution is able to provide good quality of this teaching, there is a possibility of getting high score here, because out of all the 7, the highest importance has been given for teaching, learning, and evaluation. It has bags around 350 weightage. So 2.1 is student enrollment profile, 2.2 is student teacher ratio, 2.3 is teaching learning process, 2.4 is teacher profile and quality, 2.5 is evaluation process and reforms. 2.6 is student performance and learning outcomes. It has 90 again weightage. Highest weightage is student performance and learning outcome. It has 90, and student satisfactory survey it has 60. If you add all together, you will get that 350. And again, further in the criteria, it has been divided into again QLM and QNM. You might have seen that these things, 2.3.1, 2.5.1, 2.6.1, 2.6.2, all are These are all called as a qualitative, descriptives. And here this QNM 2.1.1, 2.1.2, then 2.2.1, 2.4.1, 2.4.2, 2.6.3, 2.7.1, all these are all called as a quantitative measures. Numerical value should be given. The first, the key indicators for student enrollment here. For student enrollment, these are the values for the last 5 academic years value need to be entered here. And if you SSR will automatically give the last 5 years that academic year will be given. Just we should have to enter the number of students enrolled and enrollment profile. It has 40 weightage is 40 for this student, and number of students admitted year wise during the last 5 years, and number of sanctioned seat year wise during the last 5 years. So how much it has been sanctioned by the respective university normally, and how much students we have admitted in a particular program need to be given here. And these are all the templates here, templates for institutional data in the prescribed format. Template, if you give a template, it will be merged with 2.1.2. The SSR mandatory data template upload will be indicated by the red color symbol. In a SSR, you might have seen, if you, while you are entering a data, you might have noticed a red color asterisk symbol. It means it is a mandatory data. Normally 5 MB of data shall be uploaded here. While somebody is also working with this, I might have seen the select and upload button. If you select and upload, that file need to be get uploaded. This uploaded file can be changed at any time by the institution before submitting the SSR. At any time, if you enter the data now, it will give a pending list out of all the criteria. Whichever the data has been entered, it will give a pending list. You can change any time. The file can be changed anytime before you submit the SSR. That privilege has been given. Once you submit the SSR, you cannot change any of your files. So to remove a file, you might have noticed that there is a remove button, and again you have to put a OK, then file will get removed. Again, the same procedure, you have to repeat a procedure for uploading. We have to select a file. Document required is documents related to the sanctioned intake from the affiliated university, government or statutory body. From that letter need to be scanned and it should be get uploaded. And the specific instructions are sanctioned admission strength in each program versus student enrollment in each program. It will be, these data should be given. And it is a data template for 2.1.1. You might have seen that name of the program and program code, number of seats sanctioned, number of students admitted, according to their reservation categories either by the central government or by the state government. That is, the students belonging to the SC/ST community, OBC, general, and others, and the number of students admitted in the reserved category. These data to be given for all the 5 years. These are all the benchmark for this. How do you get a score out of it? Is a 5-point scale, start from 0 to 4. If you adopt the reservation policy properly and you are getting more than 80%, the full marks will be given. That is 4 is a full score here. That 4 full weightage, there is a possibility if you adhere to the reservation policies. If it is between 60 to 80, 3 will be 3, so 3 will be a score. If it is 40 and 60, and 2 will be a score. If it is 30 and 40%, then 1 will be score less than 30. 0 is a score for that. So the percentage of seats filled against the seats reserved for various categories belonging to SC/ST, OBC, and OBC, etc., as per the applicable reservation policy during the past 5 years. Normally, if you come into Tamil Nadu state government reservation policy, 69% of reservation policy need to be adopted properly. And file to be uploaded, institutional data in the prescribed format, template, merged with 1.1.1, and upload the supporting documents. While it is standard operating procedures for data validation and verification, that is a DVV process. The key indicators is student enrollment profile, if the government order, that reservation policy orders, if it is in a regional language, that is, if it is in Tamil, it need to be uploaded along with the English version of the same. If you upload only the that is, if you upload only the regional language of the state, it will not be considered for NAAC gradings. And specific instructions, including all those reserve categories as prescribed by the state government or central government, order to be published in order to be in the form of English only, not in the regional languages. In 2.1.2, on entering data, the percentage will be automatically calculated in the SSR. And one more thing is that 31% of other community, that is not other communities, called as an open quota, open category, students enrolled in, because open quota category is quite open for anybody, those who are having a merit, all the 31% will be get finished first. Remaining 69, it is a scenario for Tamil Nadu scenario, remaining 69% of will be given for different reservation categories, BC, OC, NBC, and other things. If a student admitted in the 31%, the students belonging to backward community or ACST can be get admitted in the 31% of open competition. Those students should not be considered as a reserved category students. So some of the institutions, they are having a doubt whether students admitted in the 31%, that is in a open competition, shall be considered that as a reserved candidate. Definitely that should not be. Again, it is a benchmark for the QNM 2.1.2. Again, it is a 5-point scale, start from 0 to 4, above 80. 4 full marks will be, you can gain a full mark. Once you submit SSR, you can come to know your score. And between 60 to 80, it is 3. Between 50 to 60, it is 2. Again, 40 to 50, it is 1. Less than 40, it will be 0. So teaching learning evaluation, in which the key indicator for the 2.2 is student teacher ratio. Again, weightage is 40 for this. It is a teacher, it is a student and a full-time teacher ratio. Data for the latest completed academic year should be given. The formula is student is to full-time teachers. Full-time teachers in the sense, it means that the visiting faculties, they will not be taken into account, and visiting faculty, definitely they will not be taken into account, and they should have a minimum of 90% for their academic days they supposed to be with the institution. So teacher learning process it is a student-centric method, and it is 2.2. Teaching learning process, student-centric methods such as experiential learning and participative learning and problem-solving methodologies are used for enhancing the learning. And it's a 500 word, it is a descriptivities. It is a QNM. You should have to describe by using 500 words, and the text can be uploaded. And 2.3.2 is a teachers using ICT-enabled tools for effective learning. Again, it is a 500 words. Anything 500 words, it comes under it is a QNM factor. And 2.3.3 is ratio of mentor and students for the academic year, in which 2.3.3.1 is number of mentors. That ratio should be given, and relating input is year-wise student strength during the last 5 years. How to upload? Number of students enrolled and full-time teachers alone will be considered as a mentors. Visiting faculties, part-time faculty should not be, teachers should not be taken into account for this. And mentor and mentee ratio should be given, through which the supporting document for this is circulars pertaining assigning the mentor and mentees by the head of the institution, that is duly signed by the principal. And 2.3.3, the document requirements are copy of the circular pertaining to the details of mentor and their allotted mentees, appropriate mentor list as assigned by the HEI, head of the higher institution, and not just giving mentor-mentee list alone, not be give any score at all. You should have to write some narratives with regard to issue raised and resolved in the mentor system, has to be attached for the mentor wise. That is the most important thing. Normally colleges, they are thinking that total number of students, it has been divided by the number of full-time faculties. All full-time faculties are treated as a mentors and students are mentor mentees. Just uploading the mentor-mentee list is definitely, it will not fetch any marks. But you should have to indicate the issues rise and what are the issues faced by mentor has come across, and it need to be what is the step they have taken to resolve that's supposed to be get attached. That again a specific instruction, only full-time teachers can be considered as mentor. Just a list of mentor mentees is not sufficient for this metric. That's very important thing I like to emphasize here. 2.4.1 is a teacher profile and quality. So it is called as an average percentage of full-time teachers against the sanctioned posts during the last 5 years. These are the following data templates to be given. Year-wise, full-time teachers sanctioned for 5 years, and list of faculty members, those who are authenticated by the head. Normally for all affiliated colleges, it is a principal, and their appointment letters need to be attached. And 2.4.2.1 is average percentage of full-time teachers with PhD. Since it is arts and science colleges, our qualification is, it depends, it changed to medical colleges and engineering and other universities. But the average percentage of full-time teachers with the PhD at lieutenant. 2.4.1 is average percentage of full-time teachers against sanctions in the post. Documents required are sanctioned letters indicating the number of posts, including the management sanction posts, and the list of full-time teachers appointed along with their department affiliated, which department they are affiliated to. Specific instructions to be noted here is appointment letter of the selected teachers will be asked during the DVD clarification state. After submitting your SSR, they will ask for some more queries in which they used to select some of the teachers, and they will ask for the appointment letters and the joining report and the other details. It is a random check normally used to get from at the time of DVD clarification state. Definitely will ask for more details in this regard. All full-time teachers with at least 90% of the workload should be considered as a full-time. That I will discuss what is a condition for a full-time teacher. Here, not to be included or considered is mere appointment letter providing the regional language cannot be considered. Regional languages, appointment letter regional language cannot be considered. If it is in a regional language, it needs a English version of that. Avoid including part-time, ad hoc, and visiting faculties. And these part-time ad hoc visiting faculty are also not be considered for as a mentors. They will not be considered as a full-time teachers. Documents required is a list of faculties having PhD, set net, and a degree awarded, and from which degree they have got their PhD, and is supposed to be approved by the UGC. So doctoral degree awarded by the UGC recognized university only will be considered into account as a qualification of a PhD. Normally, foreign universities and getting PhD through online will not be taken into consideration. It's supposed to be a UGC recognized university, whether it is a government university, state university, or deemed to be universities will be taken into account, because all of them were UGC recognized. Certificate of selected faculty will be asked during, again, through the DVV clarification. Again, they will ask for more queries and clarity if they are in need of that. Honorary doctor degree will not be included. So getting a honorary degree, they shouldn't be considered because it is not approved by the UGC. These are all the SOPs for data validation DVD processor. Document need for 2.4.2 is list of faculties with highest degree should be provided as per the academic session wise, along with the particulars of degree awarding university, that is through which they got the degree, subject and year of award. These things need to be given. So as I mentioned already, that honorary degree will not be taken into account. Again, it is called as a benchmark for the equivalent 2.4.2. This is the percentage of full-time teachers with SLETNet PhD and other DLIT and other things. If it is greater than or equal to 70, the full score of 4 will be given, because it is a 5-point scale. And if it is between 60 to 75, 3 will be given. If it is between 50 to 60, 2 marks will be given. And if it is 30%, 50 to 30, 1 mark will be given. Less than 30, 0 will be the score of that. And 2.4.3 is average teaching experience of full-time teachers in the same institution. Data from the latest completed academic year in the year in a number of years it should be given. Documents required is list of faculty members along with the particulars of the date of appointment in the HEI and normally college principal and years of experience in the same institution. The specific instruction that experience, certificate, appointment orders, and selection of faculty members will be asked for the time of DBD verification. Again, I said already, and not to be included, we consider work experience of the teacher in the other institution will not be considered here because 2.4.3 is average teaching experience of a full-time teacher in the same institution. So the working experience of the other institution will not be considered here. 2.4.3 is again of average teaching experience full-time teachers in the same institution. Data need to be uploaded. If you give the hours, now if you give the number of teachers, automatically it will be get calculated total number of full-time teachers. And 2.5 is evaluation process and reforms. Again, 2.5.1 is a mechanism of internal assessment it's very transparent and robust in terms of frequency, and it is a descriptive again. It is a QNM. It should be written by using 500 words. So what is the, because normally it changes from one autonomous college to another autonomous college. How do we evaluate the internal process and what is the internal external ratio? Normally colleges may have 60-40, some of the colleges, some of them they used to have 70-30, most of the college they're having 50-50 also. And what is the component? If it 50 is for external examination and 50 is for internal, that 50 marks, that my exam should be conducted for 100 and for 3 hours and it should be reduced to 50. Remaining 50, it depends on the institution. Some of the institutions, they used to give 5 marks for their attendance, and for class activities 15 marks, and for seminars and other thing. No, it depends on the institution. So it should be given at a descriptive format of 500 words. 2.5.2 is mechanism to deal with the internal external related grievances and time bound and efficient. It should be a descriptive of 500 words. It has to be written. Normally, mechanism to deal internal external related. Suppose the student failed in internal marks, and what is the chance given for the student to get clear? That is one thing. And for external also, some of the institution, the entire question paper, it used to be set by the external and evaluated by the external. Some institution question paper alone will be set by the external and it will be evaluated by both, double valuation by the internal as well as the external. All these things will be given in terms of descriptive narrations. 2.6 is the student performance and learning outcomes. That COPOs. So program and the course outcome of all programs offered by the institution and stated and displayed it should be displayed in the website of a college website, and communication to teachers and students. Again, it is a descriptive type, 500 words. It need to be get uploaded. So you might have familiar with what is a course. Normally in Tamil Nadu it is called as a subject. Here it is a course. What is a course outcome? What is a program? And what is the program specific outcomes? All these things could be given in terms of it has to be displayed in the college website, and it should be how did you calculate and all should be given. A description should be given for that. So 2.6.2 is attachment of program outcomes and course outcomes and evaluated by the institution by means of it should be again a descriptive of 500 words. Describe the method and measures of leave of the attainment. How did you get there? There are two methods called as a direct method and indirect method. It should be it's a big topic to be discussed, and it should be given a descriptive text of 500 words need to be uploaded. So a lot of things, because it is evaluation pattern. I said it differs from one institution to another institution. Who has to set a question paper? Normally all the institutions, the external will set a question paper. There won't be any change, I think so. But in some cases, which are the paper like enemy paper and all, some of the institutions they have permitted the internal to set a question paper. And evaluation pattern, again, a single valuation or double valuation. Some institution totally question paper will be set external, and external used to come and evaluate the paper. There don't be any role of an internal faculty in the evaluation process. And the declaration of results, normally there is a marks in which you should have to find the 5 years average from the last day of examination, how many working days has been taken to publish a result. Normally, some colleges used to come for 14 days, 15 days. There is a threshold value given by the NAAC. I think so it is 21 days. But within the 21 days, if you publish your result, marks will be given accordingly. These are all the SOPs for the DVD classifications. For 2.6.3, the document needed result sheet published by the affiliated university, certified report from the head of the institution, or control examination of the affiliated university or the college. If any result need to be published, it need 2 signatures. One is by the controller and by the head of the institution, normally principal. Then specific instruction for HEI is only the final year student data will be considered for all the years of the assessment period, only final years, because if it is a UG means it is a 6 semester results. So, and if it is a PG, only final semester, number of students, those who are able to clear and those who are able to get the degrees. And here not to be included or not to be considered is result pertaining the students other than the final year student, that will not be taken into account for this purpose. These are the template. These are data template for QNM 2.6.3, and we have the year-wise all the 5 years, program code, program name, number of students appeared in the final year examination, and number of students passed in the final year examination. These type of data need to be submitted. It is a data template. These are the key indicators for 2.6 student performance and learning outcomes. I said, again, within the 350, it has a high score of 90 marks. It is a high score of 90 weightage is there. Out of all the 7 criteria, only the teaching learning evaluation is 350. It is the highest. Within this 350, 90 is given for 2.6 student for performance and learning outcome. Pass percentage student during last 5 years. So number of final students who passed the university examination year-wise during last 5 years need to be submitted here. Here 2.6.3.2, number of final students who appeared for the university examination year-wise during last 5 years, and the weightage is 45 here. Again, it is a benchmark score. How that is the scoring pattern. The scoring pattern is, again, it is a 5-point scale having 4. If you have more than 90% above, will get full score of 4. Between 80 to 93, between 70 to 80, it is 2. Between 60 to 70, again it is 1. If it is less than 60, it will be 0 will be the score. Here the 2.6.3 average pass percentage students during last 5 years. What are the documents required for this is result sheet published by the affiliated university, attested by the principal normally, and certified report from the controller examination affiliating university during the pass, including the pass percentage of student of the final year. One final year, that is the final semester, that is eligible for degree. Normally for universities, we used to submit the PPR to the university. These data should be duly uploaded here. Specific instruction, only final year student data will be considered for all the 5 years of the assessment period, not the subsequent, that is that before that 1 to 5 semester results will not be taken into account. Only the final year data will be taken into account. Not to be included result pertaining students other than the final year, that will not be taken into account. And it is called as a data template. The 2.7.1 is called as a student satisfaction survey. Normally you used to do an online survey for this, in which 2.7.1 is an online student satisfaction survey regard to teaching learning process. That is for all currently enrolled students. Online survey to be conducted, and the details of the students in the format mentioned below. It should be given to the it need to be get uploaded. That is the name of student, gender, category, student, and domain and the nationality of other than Indian, and email ID. Here, an important thing, you should have to upload the email ID of the students. NAAC, out of this survey, NAAC will use to send some, again, some cross-checking of thing by means of sending mail to the student. Student need to be get applied. Now, most of the colleges, they are facing a lot of challenges because checking in regular mail, normally student they don't do, but it is a challenging phase in it because you're submitting email. NAAC will give a reply and student need to reply back to the NAAC with regarding to survey on this. So it is quite a challenging thing. We have to give a mobile number of a student and unique enrollment ID, college ID, university enrollment number need to be given, and year of joining should also be given. Normally colleges will face some hindrance on the reason is students getting a reply from a student is no, it's a special task. It is, you should have to take care and work on this. And it is teaching, learning, and evaluation for the second criteria. It is a key indicator for 2.7 satisfaction survey, in which the QNM is online student satisfaction survey regarding to teacher learning process. Online survey to be conducted. The weightage is 60 here. The file description is upload the database of all the students on roll. Data template will be given. So on roll, all the data of student need to be get included. Here the 2.7 again, the students satisfaction survey. 2.7.1 is online student satisfaction survey regarding the teaching learning problem. It has been indicated after the submission of SSR. Normally, the SSR, after submitting the SSR, you can submit this student satisfaction survey. And the SSR will not show any pending for this criteria. Normally, all data to be get furnished, and the status will be get changed from pending stage. It will be submitted, but only for 2.7 student satisfaction survey. After you submit your SSR, NAAC has been given time for you to submit your 2.7 student satisfaction survey. And in SSR submission, it will be shown as pending, but it will not block you to submit your SSR. I think it's around 40 minutes. I think so. We have covered all the important aspects and points of this criteria 2. And thank you very much. It's an opportunity for me to share my thoughts and knowledge with you. I'd like to appreciate the college for and the entire team for initiating such a type of thing for to enlighten people, because it's a little bit sharing of knowledge. And one more thing is NAAC is within shortly they would like to change the entire template format. Those who are about to submit the SSR, this is the format of submission, and within 2 or 3 months, I think NAAC is working on that, and they would like to revamp. Actually, this template itself, it has, after a lot of changes, it has come to this stage, and within 2 or 3 months, I think it will be a change. Thank you very much for this opportunity given.
Thank you so much for your wonderful seminar, sir. Now, I would like to call upon our IQAC Assistant Coordinator, Professor V. Karunagaran, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Yeah, happy evening. I'm V. Karunakaran, the Associate Professor and Head Department of Mathematics of Dhanraj Bay Jain College. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for today's session. I hope today we all had a great takeaway from the webinar of NAAC. I would like to thank the management our principal, and our beloved professor in charge, Dr. M. Shaktiver Murugan sir, for being a supportive hand for each and every initiative we made, and the IQAC team of Dundas Bay Jain College. And I am also very much delighted to thank our resource person of today, Dr. P.V.KUMARAGURU sir, for valuable seminar on teaching, learning, and evaluation. A greatest takeaway from you, sir. It was great indeed to have you, sir. A heartfelt thank you all the participants from various colleges and educational institutions all over India. Without you, all this day wouldn't be possible. And also the technician who work effectively for the betterment of the program. I once again thanks all of them for making this day-2 seminar successful. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Karnagaran. And
Thank
my
you,
thanks
sir.
to the entire team. Thank you very much.
So now the attendance link have been shared with you in the chat and also in the respective WhatsApp groups and also in the live chat. We request all the participants to kindly click the link in the chat box and also in the comment box, which is being streamed live on YouTube, and register yourself and mark your attendance. Only attended participants who have marked the attendance will get the certificates. I repeat, all the participants are requested to kindly mark your attendance with the link that is provided in the chat box and also in the live commands which is being streamed in YouTube channel.